All right, this is my third time to try to make this video, and I'm going to try to get through it without losing my temper. And you guys pray for me. We're going to make it short and sweet, hopefully. All right, my friend is the Texas Deacon. My wife and I love the Texas Deacon. We've been to gun shows. We've been out to his property and did some target practice, Bible studies, church events. The Texas Deacon went with me to Pastor James David Manning's trial of the century, where we convicted Obama of fraud and sedition. So I know Tommy's wife. His wife's been over here. We've had dinner at each other's houses. So Tommy is the Texas Deacon is a very good friend. He's a very, very good friend. Okay, so he's going to be having court tomorrow, okay, at 200 East Main in Forney, Texas. 200 East Main, Forney, Texas at 10 a.m. My wife's going to go for sure, and I'm going to try to be there, and there's some other friends that are going to show up. But I said, Tommy, what happened? What's going on? Okay, so here's the deal. He's 70 years old. He's 70 years old. He was mowing his yard. Hot Texas day. He has a few acres, right? It's nothing special, but it's a few acres, right? And he's mowing the yard, and Tommy is just like my wife. They're both very frugal, right? When Tommy grew up, he didn't have nothing to play with, so his parents gave him a pig bladder, tied it up, and he used it as a soccer ball. I'm just using that as an example. But what I'm trying to say is when Tommy grew up, he didn't have nothing. So it doesn't surprise me that Tommy has old lawnmowers. He has like 4 or 5 old lawnmowers. He picks them up from garage sales and thrift stores, and you know, it doesn't surprise me that the one he was riding backfired. Okay, he says it backfired. When it backfired, it caught his field on fire. Well, what does a normal person do? I don't ever call 911. I've never called 911 my whole life, and I never will. That's what gets me angry is when I start talking about the police, so I'm going to stop. Okay, but I'll never call 911. But Tommy called 911, said, hey, I got a fire going on. They came out and they put it out. Praise God. Tommy was very appreciative. They said the fire marshal's going to come out and talk to you. So I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. Well, the fire marshal came out, and I guess it was John W. Grafflin or something like that. I called him up to voicemail trying to get a hold of him. But John W. Grafflin decides that he's going to, first of all, Tommy said when he was mowing the yard, he felt ill. He said he had a case of the runs. So he's out there mowing the yard on a hot day. Tommy's 70 years old, doesn't have any children to keep the yard mowed for him. So he's mowing it himself. He has diarrhea. He has a case of the runs. The old lawnmower backfires, catches the field on fire. So I'm sure this adds to his bad day. And then he calls the fire department. They put it out. Nobody's hurt. Nobody gets hurt. No, it's his own property, right? It's an accident. Everybody has accidents from time to time. Okay? So guess what? The fire marshal comes out and finds a couple of rugs that were burned. You can't burn rugs. You could, we do have in the Kaufman County, Texas, you can burn stuff on your property in a barrel, right? But it has to be a certain specific type of stuff. But it just so happens when this accidental fire started, it burned a couple of rugs. Okay? Now, this fire marshal decides he's going to write the 70-year-old man a $360 fine. Tommy says, what? I said, Tommy, how many times have you called 911 your whole life? He says, that was my second time. Tommy doesn't call. It's not like he's abusing. He's paid taxes his whole life. He's been a member of the community. He's supported his local church. And the second time in his life, he calls 911 for a little assistance. He gets charged a $360 fine because he accidentally burned some rugs? Are you kidding me? What kind of society have we degenerated into? So, I love Tommy. He's a good friend of mine. I'm going to try to support him. I'm telling you guys about it, and I'm going to try to be there tomorrow. My wife's going to be there for sure, and I'm going to try my very best. And the thing is, I've used so many vacation days. I don't have any vacation days left, but I'm going to see if I can't figure something out. So the bottom line is, we just live in a crazy society, absolutely gone insane. Writing 70-year-old men, mowing their yard, $360 fines. And I'll say this, it's all about not compromising. Ken Hovind didn't compromise when they put him in prison for 9 years, and Tommy said, I'm not going to pay that fine, even if they put me in jail, because I don't think I did anything wrong. I said, Tommy, I support you no matter what, brother. I said, if they put you in jail, I hope there's a bar with the holes in the back of it, and I'll bring you some rice and beans. You know what I mean? Because I know jail food ain't no good. And Tommy ain't no skinny boy, if you know what I mean. He needs his food, right? So let's just pray for Tommy. Pray everything goes well. Pray that the judge has some sanity and that we're not in some Masonic court with gold fringe flags and, everybody trying to prove a point. I mean, when did we get to a point where we throw 70-year-old men in jail because they accidentally started a fire? It just doesn't make any sense. These people have lost cotton picking mines. 200 East Main, Forney, Texas, 10 a.m. tomorrow. Try to be there to support the Texas Deacon. We love the Texas Deacon. Take care.